Okay, so I want to show you a quick flow of the electricity and how I wired the room at my house. So if we look at this, these are my floor joists, and these little knobs right here, that's the knob and tube. That's what these old houses are wired to. So my black, it's going to be my hot. My blue, it's going to be my neutral, which is white. And there's technically a ground, but most of the times they didn't use it. So up here, I don't have anything to ground it to. And then green, it's ground. So this is the cleaned up version because this is how I would normally have done it, but I don't fit a junction box in my attic. This one right here is missing. The wiring is there, but there's no junction box because these wires are a little too short to get them into a junction box. Okay, so as you can see, this is my main power. This is where I'm getting, this is the start of the electricity. It starts here. So we figured out, if you look at this one, this was an outlet in the room. This is the room. This was an outlet, and then this was also an outlet. So I only had these two outlets. Now this outlet turned into a junction box. So what that means is that it's not going to be an outlet anymore. It's still going to be there, but I'm going to use it to send power somewhere else. So if you follow this chart, you got your main power and your main power coming out, which will power the junction box. Then from the junction box, you then going to send the power up to the light switch. This is the light switch and the closet. And then from the light switch, you then going to send another wire to your light. So once again, you power your junction box. Your junction box then powers the light switch, and then the light switch then powers your light. That's one circuit right there that's complete. Now from this junction box up here as well, so imagine that you got your main power feeding your junction box, and then you're going to feed your house different direction. So then you take another wire, and all these wires right here are attached together inside the box. So then you get another wire. That's the one that's coming to your receptacle right here. So from that receptacle, then you could then just jump. I want to say jump. You jump to a new outlet. This was a new outlet created. And then from this outlet, you jump over to another outlet. So now you added 2 additional outlets. You could have up to 10 outlets in one circuit. So then that's complete. That completes the cycle of my outlets. And then again from the junction box, then there's another power that I sent over to another junction box. So I installed this junction box. So I then have a power, and that's the start of my power right here to then feed other sections of the house. So then out of this junction box, then I sent a wired over to my light switch. From my light switch, I sent another power to the light. From the same junction box, I sent over another wire to a second light switch, which then I sent another wire over to my spotlights. Now these two are dimmer light switch. So your lights, they gotta be compatible to a dimmer switch in order for you to use it. So then I got power sent over to my light switch, and from my light switch I got it to my first spotlight. And then these spotlights just jump one another. So from there you just jump to this one, from this one you jump to that one, and you can keep jumping to however many spotlights you want. So then I needed another outlet in this side of the room in my wall. So that's my closet over here. And this is my wall. I didn't have outlets in this side of the house or of the room. So I was like, let me get an outlet. And that was pretty simple to get an outlet. You just come and tap again into this same junction box. And these are all in the attic. This is in the attic. That's in the attic. This is then the walk-in closet. This is my second closet. So you just literally send a power over to your outlet, and then your outlet then has power directly from here. All these again will be attached together. They're all connected together. So you take wire nuts and all these get attached together. All these get attached together. And down here, these get attached together. And then in a second video, then I would show you how to actually wire these together. And then down here, I had a switch here before. This light is dimmer compatible, but since I needed, in order for me to have used the dimmer switch, which I originally had, but the light didn't work, I would had to have ran another wire back to the light. So you would, right now this is getting power from somewhere else. I haven't found that source yet, but I didn't need to find it. So pretty much that switch powers this other light in the house. If I wanted a dimmer switch, I would have to have sent another wire down to the switch. That way then I could do the full connection. And that's the whole wiring that I did. So I only had 2 outlets in my room. I had one main light and in the one room, and then I had another main light in the second room. So I added 2 outlets, a switch, and then I added a light, 2 switch, another outlet, and these 3 spotlights. And it's pretty simple. It looks like a mess, but literally if you follow the flow of electricity, you're feeding electricity, and then electricity is feeding the switch. The switch is then feeding the light. So it's one cycle, one flow. Here, one flow. And then here, one flow. Think about it: power switch, power light, power the light, power the switch, power the outlet.